Naos of King Nectanebo II. This granite naos, a sacred shrine-like container often used to house a divine statue, once belonged to King Nectanebo II, the final native ruler of ancient Egypt. He reigned during the 30th dynasty, around 360 to 343 BCE, and his name is forever linked to one of the last chapters of Egypt's independence before it fell under foreign rule. Naoi like this one were intricately carved from stone and placed in temples as focal points of worship. This particular example was found at the ruins of Hermopolis Magna, near modern-day El Ashmunian in Middle Egypt, which was a major center for the worship of Thoth, the god of wisdom and knowledge. Column of King Ptolemy IX. It depicts Ptolemy IX Soter II and his mother, Cleopatra III, making offerings to the gods, and is significant for its detailed inscriptions, which show the royal couple during a period of joint rule. The column's inscriptions have been a subject of study for their historical, theological, and paleographical content, with recent research including photogrammetry for a more accurate drawing of the texts and scenes. Statue of God Ptah, King Ramesses II and Goddess Sekhmet. Discovered in 1904 near the courtyard of the Temple of Harishef at Heracleopolis Magna, in Asia, El Medina. This red granite colossal represents King Ramesses II standing between god Ptah and goddess Sekhmet. Ptah, a god of craftsmen, whose cult was centered at Memphis, is shown mummy-shaped wearing a skull cap, a royal beard, and holding a staff. His consort, the warrior goddess Sekhmet, is depicted with a lioness head topped with a sun disk and a protective uraeus snake. The central figure of King Ramesses II is muscular with broad shoulders and powerful upper arms. With its carefully modeled anatomical details, such as the protruding collarbones, rounded pectoral muscles, the remarkable kneecaps, and the salient tibia bone, the king's figure can hardly skip the attention of the viewer. Ramesses II wears a blue crown, also known as the Kepresh crown, a pleated royal kilt, shindet, ornamented with a leopard pendant and 7 cobras, each crowned with a sun disk. On his right shoulder, he holds a crook, symbol of his kingship. His left arm extends along his body, touching the right hand of the goddess. It appears from the inscriptions carved on the statue base and the back pillar that the figure of goddess Sekhmet replaced an earlier figure of god Harsaphes. 9 vertical columns of text, incised on the back pillar, name King Ramesses II as the beloved of the deities, Ptah, Horus, Harishef, Batet, Adam, and Amaniasri.
Colossal statue of god Ptah. This colossal statue represents Ptah, one of the most ancient and significant creator gods in Egyptian mythology. Worshipped in Memphis, Ptah was believed to have created the universe not by action, but by the power of thought and speech. He simply spoke the world into existence. As such, Ptah became the patron deity of craftsmen, architects, and artists, all of whom brought ideas into tangible form, just as he had formed the cosmos. In this statue, Ptah appears in a mummy-form pose, wrapped in a shroud and wearing a skullcap and straight beard. He holds a staff that combines the scepter, ankh, and Jed symbols.
Seated statue of goddess Sekhmet. This powerful statue represents Sekhmet, one of the most revered and formidable goddesses in ancient Egyptian religion. Sekhmet, whose name means the powerful one, was known as the goddess of war, fire, and healing, a fearsome protector of the pharaoh and the kingdom. Her dual nature, both destructive and restorative, made her a crucial figure in Egyptian mythology and ritual. Carved from black granite, a material that resonates with the themes of eternity and the afterlife, the statue of Sekhmet embodies both strength and mystery. The dark color of the stone, believed by ancient Egyptians to be associated with fertility and regeneration, reinforces the goddess's enduring connection to the cycles of life. Statue of King Amenhotep III and God Rehorekti. The pink granite statue of King Amenhotep III seated beside the falcon-headed god Rehorekti is located on the grand staircase of the Grand Egyptian Museum. It was discovered at Qam el-Hettin, the site of the king's mortuary temple on the west bank of Luxor. The statue is notable for depicting King Amenhotep III and the solar deity Rehorekti as being of equal size, symbolizing the king's divine authority. The god Rehorekti is a combination of the sun god Re and the sky god Horus. Osiride statue of King Senwosret I. This statue represents King Senwosret I in the Osiride form, reflecting the pharaoh's association with Osiris, the god of the afterlife. The Osiride posture, with arms crossed and holding the crook and flail, symbolizes divine kingship and eternal stability. King Senwosret I, who reigned during Egypt's Middle Kingdom in the 12th dynasty, circa 1911 to 1956 BCE, was known for his extensive building projects and efforts to strengthen the kingdom's borders and religious institutions. Seated statues of goddess Sekhmet. These statues are part of a massive collection of hundreds of Sekhmet figures commissioned by King Amenhotep III during the 18th dynasty, circa 1390 to 1352 BC. Most of the Sekhmet statues, including those at the GM, were found at the mortuary temple of Amenhotep III at Qam el-Hettin on the west bank of Luxor and the temple of Mut at Karnak on the east bank. The statues are carved from dark, black granite, a durable material symbolizing eternity and regeneration. The goddess is depicted with the body of a woman and the head of a lioness. The seated statues typically show her on a throne, holding the Ankh, symbol of life, in one hand, while her head is crowned with a sun disk and uraeus, cobra. Victory Stela of King Marenta. This stela is highly significant because its inscription contains the earliest known textual reference to Israel in ancient Egyptian records, dating to approximately 1208 BCE. It details the military campaigns of King Marenta, including his victories over the Libyans and the Sea Peoples. Statue of King Ramesses II and Goddess. This statue brings to life the protective might and political power of Egypt's 19th dynasty. King Ramesses II, known as one of the most powerful and celebrated pharaohs in Egyptian history, is depicted here standing in front of the goddess, whose name has unfortunately been lost to history, but whose protective role is unmistakable. Ramesses II's reign was marked by extensive building projects, military campaigns, and efforts to maintain Egypt's stability and power across the ancient world. Statue of King Ramesses II and Goddess Anath. This imposing statue captures King Ramesses II alongside the goddess Anath, a revered warrior deity originally worshipped in Ugarit, modern-day Syria. Anath was venerated as a powerful protector and a goddess of war, known for her fierce loyalty and divine might. When the cult of Anath spread to Egypt, Ramesses II incorporated her worship into his reign, forging a symbolic alliance with this foreign yet formidable goddess. This practice of adopting and integrating deities from neighboring regions demonstrated the pharaoh's political acumen and spiritual inclusivity. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to receive all new updates.